Oh yeah, thanks you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to have me on here.
I think it's pretty cool what you guys are doing. Very good questions and what a lot of research.
This is cool.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you guys asking me to be a part of this.
That was too cool, bro. And I was between shifts. I'm between shifts right now. I think I'm gonna be between shifts the rest of my life.
Welcome back to the Between Shifts podcast. Today's guest is a Coastside local who turned her passion for growing things into a full-time career. She's the heart behind Sims Organics Farm, known for her creativity, hard work, and love for the land. Please welcome Jen Sims.
Nice.
Woo!
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I've been excited about this one all week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I'm like, well, not to be that guy, but it's our birthday week, and I was like, this week's gonna be awesome, dude. We play golf on Monday, and then we get to interview Jen on Wednesday.
Oh, I love it. Happy birthday to both of you.
Thank you.
I heard your birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have the same day.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm older.
Nice.
It's an ongoing argument since kindergarten.
Yep.
Susie and I are first cousins.
Yeah.
We're 13 hours apart.
Are you really?
I'm older.
When's your birthday?
July 23rd, and hers is the 24th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's the same as Nico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Nico Andrini, 24th. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Dave can get us started.
Yeah. So you're a third generation local, born and raised in San Gregorio. What was it like growing up on the coastside? And I guess should preface this with San Gregorio is rather detached.
Yeah.
But yeah, how was that?
It was great. It's so different than the coastside now. San Gregorio, like you said, so detached. It's quiet. There was really nobody there. I grew up about a half mile from the beach, a couple of driveways down from the San Gregorio store.
Okay.
Rural, we have a creek that goes through the back of our property. I have a brother and a sister. We were outdoors all day, every day. We could ride our bikes up and down Highway 84.
Yeah.
So different, nice and quiet. It was
Awesome.
great. I loved it.
Was the store going off back then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were kids, the 49ers would all ride their motorcycles and stuff over. So when we were
what?
kids, I'm sure we met many of them.
Yeah.
My dad hung out there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorite places to go into and see all the brandings on the bar.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
They kind of covered it up now, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame.
Yeah.
It's cool. You can still see a couple, but.
Yep.
So were you guys, if you're at the store, do you go across the bridge or further into the canyon?
You would, if from the store, you'd turn right onto Pescadero, onto Highway 84 and
Okay,
head
yeah.
towards the beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
You know,
Closer to the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the
Nice.
left-hand side, a couple, maybe 3 or 4 driveways down.
Do you still live
Yeah.
there?
My dad does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And
Still-
when we were kids, they would have the store would put on a Greenpeace festival.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of hippies across the street, and they did
Yeah.
this raging party for all weekend, in August. It was great. You get to go.
The coastside Burning Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys get to go and have fun and
Yeah.
party it up a little bit?
Yeah. We were friends with the Cattermoles who own the San Gregorio store,
Yeah.
Elizabeth and Austin. And so Elizabeth was our friend. So we'd get to go
Nice.
hang out. Yeah.
How long has that
Great.
family owned the store?
I don't know. The Petersons had it before.
Uh-huh.
And then, as long as I've been alive, so probably the mid 70s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. That's, yeah.
And
I thought for some reason, I thought it was newer owners. I don't know.
So, George is kind of retired from it, I think.
Okay.
And so Austin, his son, and his wife.
So it is kind of,
yeah.
it's
Like
the next generation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a little early in the podcast, but we're really into Prohibition era
Oh
questions.
my God.
Did you ever hear rumors of Al Capone living in San Gregorio?
Oh my God, no.
Really?
No.
Oh, I've heard it.
Okay.
I've heard it from multiple sources. But this is
Really?
before, or was this after Alcatraz? I think it was after he was on Alcatraz. No, sorry. It would have been before because he died on Alcatraz. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to have to ask my dad.
You should, yeah.
Knows anything?
We should
He
interview
remembers?
him.
Yeah.
If your dad's got any good Prohibition era
Okay.
stories, yeah.
We're thinking about doing a little specific couple episode part of just prohibition journalism
Okay,
on the coast side. I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard that he was held in San Gregorio or lived in San Gregorio for a very brief amount of time before going to Alcatraz,
Interesting. Okay.
which would be
When was Prohibition?
that was 1922 to 1934 or 1920 to 1934.
I want to
something
say
like
it was 12 years long.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, which is crazy. I always thought it was like just a couple months or like
Yeah.
a year. And then I looked at the dates and I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah. That's a long time.
Yeah. When you think back to your childhood and early school days, what are some of the memories or lessons that still stick with you now?
So I was thinking about this. We have a really big family, like lots of cousins, first, second, third cousins. And my whole childhood was being with all my cousins. I had my dad's first cousin. They were the caretakers at Boysville. I think it's the Optimist Club now. So she had 3 boys. We would spend our summers there after school. My grandpa lived right across the creek from there. So he had a little ranch with animals and a garden and stuff. So we'd spend time there. Yeah. So I feel like really family, like all cousins everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was really great.
And were you running up and down the canyon quite a bit? Like, were you playing around in creeks? What was your favorite thing to do when you were little?
So the back of the property, like down a big hill, has a creek. So we'd play in the creek. We'd go to the neighbors. We'd ride our bikes up and down 84, which I do not think you could do now. People dress so fast.
Yeah.
We'd go across the bridge by Stage Road and go up Stage Road. Just exploring. Our parents were like, get out, be outside a full day.
Go tire yourselves out.
Yeah.
And you went to Kings Mountain
Yeah.
through elementary.
Yep.
How was it back then?
So I don't know how it is now, but I imagine very similar. 3 classrooms, kindergarten first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Maybe 100 kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Super small. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
really cool school.
Yeah.
Are you related to the owner of Sims Plumbing?
Yeah. So Steve is Matt's dad. So
Oh, okay.
he was my father-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how about Ricky Sims?
So that is Matt's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ricky's dad, Rick,
Yeah.
and Steve are brothers.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Following.
And what was your high school experience like? I mean, you went to Half Moon Bay High?
I did.
Okay. How was that commute?
It wasn't bad. We had to catch the bus super early in the morning at the San Gregorio store. But I was friends with, it was Julie Stahl. She's now Julie Baird. So if she was coming by, she'd usually pick me up and give me a ride. So I would take the bus.
Nice.
But yeah, we'd have to get up early to get to school. We pretty much took the bus until I got my license and could drive. And high school was all right. Like, I did okay. I had friends. I feel like, I don't know, this is more reflection now that I'm older. Like, finding yourself. I didn't really fit in with any one group. I had lots of different groups of friends, but it was all right. I didn't play sports or anything. I played summer softball when Naomi was running it.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that till I was 16 or 17. And yeah, so it was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then what did you end up doing after high school?
So I got married right out of high school.
Like how quickly after?
So we graduated in June, and in February I got married.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
that is quick.
I packed a suitcase and got a one-way plane ticket to Chicago.
Wow.
Married a guy I went to high school with. He was in the Navy and going to school there, and so we got married in Waukegan, Illinois.
Wow.
Justice of the peace.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm kind of wondering, how did it feel to leave the coast?
So I couldn't wait to get out. Like, growing up in San Gregorio, now I'm so grateful for it. Like, I'm so grateful that's how I grew up. But in the moment, it was like, there's nothing to do here. It takes an hour to get anywhere. I have a curfew typically, so I had to leave early from wherever just to get home. So it felt really great to leave the coast at the time. Mm-hmm. And it was an adventure. Even Chicago, so I was 18, I couldn't drink. And all I'd ever known was San Francisco as a city. And it lots of hills, and Chicago was just flat. And I was like, wow. I just like had no idea.
Yeah.
You know, life experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that initial move like? How was it finding friends? How was it just fitting into that community?
It was interesting. I don't feel like I had a ton of friends. We weren't on the military base, but we were in there were 2 apartment buildings across the street from each other with a lot of military people. I feel like I was more friends with his friends just because that's who we all hung out with all the time.
Yeah.
I moved there in January, and at the time it was the coldest winter on record. And I'm from here.
Yeah.
So it was like -50 with the wind chill.
Jeez.
And then we were only there 6 months, like through July, but July was the hottest summer on record.
Oh my
and I was
gosh.
like very happy to be leaving and coming
Yeah.
back to California.
Yeah.
Probably had
Yeah.
to buy quite a bit of new wardrobe.
Yeah. Yes. And learn to drive in the snow.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
What, were you working when you moved there?
I didn't.
Oh, nice.
I didn't work the entire time that
Was that
he
kind
was
of nice, or was that kind of like, fuck, I
Yeah.
feel cooped up?
No, it was kind of nice.
Okay. Nice.
Like considering, I think probably now in retrospect, it was really nice because I've worked ever since. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Did you work in high school at all?
Yeah. So my first job was at the Half Moon Bay Bakery,
Cool.
Main Street, with Mark Andemar. What else did I do? I worked at, well, it's now Joe's, but it used to be Golden West Restaurant. So I worked
Nice.
there.
Nice.
And then I worked at the Hallmark store, and
Okay.
it was over in Strawflower by
Yeah.
Safeway.
That was the Books and Cigars.
Right next door.
Oh, right
Yes,
next door.
Right next door.
Hallmark and a Books and Cigars shop were next to each other.
Yes.
Okay.
I know. I'm one of your-
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. I'm starting to remember this. I for sure
It
remember
was there
Hallmark,
up
but
until just a couple years
it
ago.
had
Yeah.
that.
Probably
It
like
had that
6
half door for the front door. The top could open.
yes,
bottom.
the bookstore.
Yeah, the bookstore did
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
a really cool bookstore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
remember it now.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I also worked at Nurseryman's Exchange.
Mhm.
That was after high school, though.
Okay.
You asked about high school.
Yeah,
I think we'll be getting it.
yeah. We're definitely getting
Yeah.
closer to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So after Chicago, you were only there for, you said like 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And then you went to Southern California.
I lived in Chula Vista, and I feel like we were there like maybe 2 years, maybe a
Okay.
little less, maybe like a year and a half.
And
Yeah.
then he got out
Yes.
and you moved back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so we came back to the coast.
And during all those moves before, was it always the plan to end up back here?
It's funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe like my whole family's here. My dad's whole side of the family pretty much is on the coast. Few people on the peninsula. My mom's from the peninsula in Sunnyvale. So probably I feel like family's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my biggest draw with staying in Half Moon Bay too, is like if I'm going to move anywhere, it'd be like now, or I would have done it
Mhm.
also by now. But as my girlfriend Claire and I get further along in our relationship, I'm like, it would be kind of dumb for us to move. Like we have free babysitters
Right.
all around us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, after LA or Chula Vista, right?
Mhm.
How did it feel coming home? Was it kind of bittersweet? I know we were kind of just touching on it, but were you excited to come back to
Yeah.
family, or was it?
I was happy to be home.
Yeah.
Like I would come visit and stuff, but my brother and sister and I are pretty close, and my whole family's here. So I was glad to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you came back, was that straight back to San Gregorio or Pescadero?
No, we lived in Half Moon Bay for a little bit with his dad. And then I think the first place we moved was in Moss Beach.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Around David. That's where David lives.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
that is where I live. West Side, Moss Beach.
I was on the east side.
I don't talk to those folks much.
Okay. I don't live there anymore.
You're on the mountainside, huh?
And so after you got back, was it pretty soon after you got a job at Nurseryman's Exchange?
Yeah. maybe not immediately, but I feel like probably within a few months. One of my
Okay.
aunts worked there, and I applied for a entry-level job and got it, and I spent about eight years there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, not exactly what you're doing now.
Mhm.
In kind of the realm.
Yeah.
Do you think that experience helped you with what you do now?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've had like a lot of like retrospective like thoughts about it. Like just, yes, totally think it did. And indirectly, you don't realize it in the moment. Like
Yeah.
your life has this path,
Mhm.
and it totally did. I think I've run into people that I worked with there, or that some still work there, but, and I've talked about that it's kind of funny that it kind of went a little full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what did you do working for them?
So I started as a sales assistant, so just data entry. I was the office manager, and then I think some of the sales assistants reported to me, so I had a little bit of a team. And then ultimately, I was the executive assistant to the owner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was that? What was that like?
It's really interesting. I was in my early 20s, and it was a lot of responsibility, like for someone so young. I was
Yeah.
responsible, and I've always worked hard, but ultimately it ended up being part of the reason I left, because I was like, this is too much responsibility.
Yeah.
I want to have a little more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
because I was having fun, but also working, and it was too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that, you're mainly talking about the assistant to the owner?
Yes,
Nice.
because that was
Yeah.
like the last thing I did when I worked there.
Yeah. And how long were you in that role?
Gosh, at least a few years.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'm guessing like 3 or 4 years probably. It
Yeah.
was a good amount of time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you know?
Enough to get tired of it?
Yeah. And I don't know, nurserymen's had peaked, and they were starting to trail off, like just starting to trail off. They were for a long time the largest employer on the coast.
Mhm.
And because I assisted the owner, I knew a lot of what was happening. And so there were layoffs and different things. And that was really heavy, because I knew all these people. Like I went to school with their kids, or, husbands and wives worked together. Like it was just a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you know Michelle Lowings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
She also
Yes.
worked there.
Yeah.
Were you guys?
We worked, we
Yeah.
worked at the same time. Maybe
Nice.
not the whole time, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, we heard like she was talking a lot about how it was kind of difficult in her role, because she was kind of like what you're saying too. You guys were put into these leadership positions at a younger age,
Yeah.
and trying to lead people older than you can be somewhat difficult, because they don't necessarily have the respect
Yep.
for you that they should
Yes. Yep.
have. But yeah, what did those work experiences teach you about just leadership, responsibility, and yourself coming out of that and going into the next step of your life?
I think just responsibility, having to show up, on time and be there every day, and no matter what. Working with people, like I get along with everybody, but you got to work with personalities, and,
Yeah.
not step on people's toes. And it was a lot. It was, because I was young, it was a really good experience. We also had a lot of foreign visitors, like, we'd order bulbs, and I don't know exactly what we would be getting from them, but flowers and different things. So that was really cool, because I would arrange travel for my boss. Like I had no experience doing this, and I'd have to and it was like, I don't know, we had the internet, but it was very early. So
Yeah.
just figuring all of that out. And
So were you using like travel agents to work with, or were you kind of doing
it was
all?
like the start of being able to do it on your own,
Oh, wow.
which is kind of, that just dawned on me.
Yeah, that must have been a trip.
Where it's
Yeah.
like, you're like, how was the trip?
Did you like that hotel? So then you would have gone to Freeman?
Yeah,
Right.
I took a tiny little break, just because I just didn't want to work. I wanted to have a little time off. I actually worked for the Marshes at
Oh,
the
nice.
produce stand, which
Yeah.
is another kind of funny, that full circle.
Yeah. They're my cousins.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so I worked there for the summer or whatever, and then the way I started at Freeman was through a temp agency, because I was like, I need to make money, but I can just change my job every day. I don't have to go back anywhere.
Yeah.
And literally, it's the first place that I was placed,
That's funny.
and I stayed there 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were at Nurserymen's Exchange for 8 years,
Yep.
and then Freeman for 13.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
what was Freeman? Is Freeman similar to Nurse?
No, so it's a trade show company. And so they do all the behind the scenes. They're much more than a trade show company. They do all the behind the scenes. I don't know if you've been to a trade show with or a convention with booths and stuff. Like they do the electrical. If there's plumbing, they lay the carpet. They build the booth.
Okay.
They move the freight.
Okay. So they're the ones
graphics.
like 2 weeks before and
Yes.
2 weeks after doing all of that work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they have all different branches. There's graphics and different other whatever.
And what were you
departments.
doing there?
So again, I started entry level as a sales assistant.
Uh-huh.
Then I was their office manager. And that was more, I had a small team. I had payroll and I was kind of the liaison with our corporate office in Dallas for HR. And then ultimately I was the accounting manager, which is so funny. My boss is the one that saw it in me. I did not see this coming. All the budgets, financials, Excel spreadsheets, and I was really good at it.
Yeah.
It was what I should be doing, and it was really cool.
Yeah, well, where we're at in this point in your life that we're talking about, I'm starting to see like all the skills that you were picking up on to run your own business, which leads into the next question. It was 2019 that you fully left,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because you started the farm, would that have been 2017?
Yep.
And then you worked for 2 years.
Yep.
And then you decided to leave.
Yes.
But you've called it the best decision you've ever made.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about that transition and how you got the guts to leave the full-time role to just bet on yourself?
Yeah. It was kind of another situation where I was really burned out. Like I was commuting to South City. I was working anywhere from like 8 to 14 hours a day, depending. I was really lucky because I didn't have to be at show site. It was all office work. So I'd be in the office, not having to commute all the way into the city. We were in South City. But can you repeat the question?
Yeah. It's basically you left the full-time job in 2019. I know you started the farm 2017.
Yes.
And then you left your full-time job.
Yes.
2019.
Okay.
Just what was that transition like, and how did you get the guts to bet on yourself with having such a, like, I guess you'd call it a comfortable job. Yeah. A full-time job.
Right. So I left in the summer of 2019. I just was really burned out. Like I was working long hours. I had a home office set up, which was really nice, but at the time that wasn't a big thing. And so it was like, you can do it one day a week. So I was still commuting to South City 4 days a week. And so it was amazing. So one, I kind of drug my feet. I probably could have left sooner, but I was really like, it was benefits, a steady paycheck every month. Like, are we really going to do this? Like, and we were in a really good place. We had no debt. And so I was like, it's now or never. I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. And so I left in July of 19, but they kept me on like as a contractor so that either way, if I didn't want to do farming, I could go back. Mm-hmm. Or if they had any emergency or something, I could just hop in and help them.
That's really cool.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Like it was really great. They were really good to me. And so farming worked. I was really grateful. I tell people, I think it took me about 3 years to decompress from my corporate job.
Yeah. Like
where I was like, oh, my shoulders are a little lower. Yeah. Like I would just like, it was a lot. I was just a hamster on the wheel.
Yeah.
Like,
Before we get too far, what for that type of decision to just fully leave, like talk to guys like my Uncle Jimmy Cozzolino with landscaping. Yep. He was working with a bigger company over the hill, but before he started doing his own thing, he was doing side jobs. And then as soon as the side job money kind of started to outweigh his day-to-day money, he was like, okay, I'm out. And did his own thing. Okay. So was that kind of like similar with you? Was the farming starting to outweigh the corporate job? And you were like, I can do this comfortably.
It's funny. Money-wise, probably no, like initially. But we were like, we can make this work, but we can't get do anymore if I'm working full time.
Mm-hmm.
And so a little bit of it was a leap of faith. Like,
Yeah.
let's just try it and see what happens.
For sure.
Matt was pretty much doing everything during the week, and then I would do the markets on the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this would have been 2018
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about how you guys, because you don't own the land that you
Right.
farm,
Yep.
so you lease it.
Yep.
How did obtaining that go? Was that kind of a stretch, or you
No,
just got good connections?
we're really, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know about good connections, but we got really lucky.
Yeah.
So so I'll tell you this little story. There was a couple in Pescadero that had a little farm on this 2 acres. And there was an article written in the Coastside magazine about them. They were retiring and moving back to Uruguay, where one of them was from.
Oh, wow.
And so I don't know why, but I gave the article to Matt and I was like, hey, these people are retiring. And I knew, hindsight, I was planting a seed because he has a really, no pun intended, he has a really green thumb. Like Matt can grow anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know, like a week or 2 later, he's like, hey, and in the article it said they were looking for someone to take it over.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And so, like a week or 2 later, Matt's like, we're just going to go look at it. And I was like, yes. Okay. And so we did. And he happened to know the people. He'd gone to school with their kids.
Nice.
And so they leased a little 2 acres on a bigger piece of horse property.
Okay.
It had a little house on it.
Yeah.
And so we met with the owner. We met with them, and then we did the deal, or we're going to do the deal, and met with the actual owner of the property. And they left and we moved in.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how long was that? I guess you'd call it a negotiation process, but it's just kind of the terms.
Yeah.
How
Just
long did that really take?
not very long because
Nice.
they were leaving pretty quickly.
Okay.
I feel like the article had been written months earlier, but it was, they were pretty close to leaving.
And that's, so you don't live on the land that you farm on?
So I do.
Okay.
So, we ended up moving off of that property completely. That happened in like the last year or so. And we are now on the property that's right next door.
Oh.
And so that is another lease situation. Matt kind of knew the people, and we started farming there a little bit several years ago, and we just kind of gently expanded. The landlords are amazing. Like, they love that we're there. There's something called the Williamson Act that gives you a tax break if you're using the land agriculturally, so it helps them. And they're super glad that that's what's happening on the property. And so I live there. Now I'm completely off grid. I have a 5th wheel trailer with generator and solar.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. And then Matt lives up the road, maybe 10 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously the organic label is a big part of what your business is about.
Yep.
Hence Sims Organics.
Yep.
But can you tell us a little bit about the process of getting the organic certification?
Yeah.
And is it USDA certified organic, or is there because there's a bunch of different type of organic labels that you can get?
I'll try and explain it the best I can. I probably don't know all about it, but I know enough.
Yeah.
So we're certified organic through CCOF, which is a group in Santa Cruz. Our certification makes it so that we are certified organic with the United States. So USDA and something called NOP, and I don't know what that stands for. Yeah. And so, yeah.
I don't know either.
I don't either.
I'm trying to think about it.
Okay. Anyways, so yes, it's with the government, and then they're here in the state as a like representative or whatever.
Yeah.
So that process was crazy. I think now it's not a big deal, but when we started, it was an 86-page application.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't even know how to answer some of these questions because we're brand new to farming. It wasn't like we'd farmed and like we're doing stuff not organically and now we want to. I mean, it was everything from your name and how many acres you have and what you're growing to you on a list in this document, you have to list any inputs you're going to use. So fertilizer, compost, you have to list the cleaning agents you're going to use in your washing station.
Yeah.
You list everything you grow. We had to come up with labels and tags for how we were going to store things and if we were going to sell them. And it was so new. I don't even know how long it took us to fill it out. Matt did a lot of it.
Is that something that you guys knew you wanted to have for your farming business, like from the get-go?
It's funny. I guess so, because it was like, this is what we're doing.
Especially at that time, I feel like that was right when that was getting, it still is huge, but it was getting way more popular right then.
Yeah.
But I do know there's also like a lot of small farms that don't bother with it because it is such a pain of a process. And it's like, when you're getting produce from a small, like 2-acre farm, you're going to be like, they're like, yeah, it's organic at the farmer's market. And you're going to be like, yeah, I believe you. Like label or not, I believe you.
Yep.
But having the label is also that extra.
Right.
Yeah.
It's also crazy too, because every input that you're talking about that you had to give to the government to get the certification, they looked into all those inputs and made sure that the inputs that the input was using was the correct, that fit their lines of their standards to certify you.
Yes.
Which is just seems so stressful to start a farm and get right into that.
And there's a whole record keeping side of it so you have to log what you've planted, what you've harvested, what you've sold, what you've dumped.
Wow.
I could not imagine having done this if I didn't have Excel. Like I couldn't imagine being an old school farmer and not using a computer. I couldn't, I had like Excel spreadsheet. I still have Excel spreadsheets for everything. Because
they're the best.
Yeah. Makes things so easy.
Yeah.
That was, John Giusti was just talking about how they got a computer for their farm in like,
it was like the 80s. It was like,
it was like early 90s. But either way, I was like, that's gotta be probably one of the first farms on the coast side that had anything to do with a computer. Which, I don't know, definitely helpful.
Right.
Yeah. Seriously.
Because otherwise it's in your head or on a piece of handwritten on a piece of paper. And I just couldn't imagine.
What was, I know John had told us some good advice that his father had given him about farming, just like how beautiful of a process it is. You take a blank slate and you try to grow this crop, and it fully depends on the inputs that you want to put into the field and blah, 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 blah. It was a really cool way of putting it. But did you have any influences when you got into farming that really helped you, or any sayings that really just kind of elevated your farming game?
I don't know. I feel like Matt having a green thumb was super helpful because he just knew how to do things.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say I didn't know anything. Like my dad always had a garden. My grandpa had a garden. I didn't realize, but I did learn a lot from them. But I've learned a tremendous amount from Matt, so much.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I don't know about any a saying or anything, but he was instrumental in making us successful.
Did Matt have prior experience?
So indirectly, yes. His grandpa was a spinach farmer in Pescadero.
Oh, nice.
On the property we're on now.
Oh, no way.
And that's just by chance.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And he leased from the same family, just 2 generations back.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And
so gave them all the more reason just to lease it to you guys for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And he just has a green thumb. He can grow anything. So yeah.
Well, you guys pretty much started, and then you had COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then you had the CZU fires.
Yep.
And how did that, COVID, I guess, kind of helps a smaller business like you guys because you're able to go direct to consumer. And I'm assuming you were already doing that.
Yes.
So, and then with the fires, that's I don't know, big stress. Because there hadn't been, you grew up there and there wasn't any event like that ever.
Yeah. The hill behind our house when we were kids did catch on fire, but it was very small.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about Both of those, COVID and the fires?
Yeah. So life is crazy. So July of 19, I leave my job and we're farming full time. And then COVID hits by March of 2020. And in the beginning, we weren't really sure how it was going to be because everyone was so worried and stressed out about everything. And so if we weren't sure the farmer's market was going to happen because they were trying to keep those closed. They did end up happening. So that was great. We also had lots of people that we were going to start a new market and we couldn't because we didn't have enough, we only had enough product for Half Moon Bay. And then people wanted to come to the farm and buy stuff from us because the grocery stores were empty.
Yeah.
And so, everything shuts down in March. The CZU fires happened in like September. Matt and I happened to split up in August. So it felt like one thing after another happening. It was stressful for everyone, social distancing and masks and everything was a stressful situation. And so, it was a lot.
How were the farmers markets then? Did they still have them or did they shut them down?
So they ended up continuing to have them. There was a brief period where they're like, we're not sure. And I'm like, we are outside. And you're getting, produce straight from the farm.
Yeah.
And so they never closed down, or at least I don't remember them ever closing down. And then the 2020 and 2021 were our best years ever.
Yeah.
And that's why,
Hell yeah.
it gets, knowing where your food comes from, and it's still important, but it was really important because the grocery stores were empty at times.
And would you say most of your sales come from farmers markets?
Yeah, I'd say probably 90%.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yep.
And then when it comes to the CCU fires, I know you don't own the land that you guys farm on. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming the properties are larger than just what you're farming on. And do you know if that affected the land management aspect of those properties?
Us in general, just keeping things a little more cleaned up. The property's pretty clean. There's some overgrowth and stuff, but it's not too crazy.
Yeah.
So we haven't adjusted a whole lot. We did get, we got a grant and we put in a 700-foot hedgerow this year. All native plants and stuff. So we're hoping that helps,
What kind of hedges?
Yeah. A little bit of everything. California aster.
Nice.
Toyon, elderberry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Elderberry's a good one.
Coffeeberry.
I love coffee berries too.
Yarrow.
Did you put any laurels?
No.
No.
Do they get really big?
These get huge.
So that we wanted to put in a couple big trees, but the property already has a lot of trees. So we did stuff. Yeah. Still, the elderberry bushes are already enormous, but huge. We tried to do things that weren't incredibly big.
Nice. I just picked when I was up at my family's place in Trinity County. We went to one of their elderberry patches. It's just it's across the valley from where they live, but filled a whole truck bed of elderberry in 30 minutes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
that's amazing.
It was, I have to show you.
Okay. It's really cool.
Because it's a old burn scar from, I want to say that whole hillside burned probably 5 or 6 years ago.
David,
maybe 7.
For the people listening and watching, David will send this picture or video, whatever he's about to show us, to Cole, and Cole can probably throw it up on the screen for you guys to see.
But we're just the entire hillside.
Oh my God!
It's just these elderberries just loaded with berries.
That's amazing. Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. On a much smaller scale, I'm hoping that we can get elderberries and I can do something with them.
Yeah, elderberry syrup.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be really good for your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's where my family's basically. It's before winter hits, and they're like, "Yep, we're getting all of our medicine for winter."
For sure.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And my mom loves that stuff.
Yeah,
especially if you start making it, she'd start buying it from you. That'd be sick.
It's awesome.
Want to get your business in front of a loyal local audience? Between Shifts brings Coastside stories to life with real conversations, local legends, and plenty of laughs. Sponsorships include custom ad reads, shout-outs and episodes, and visibility across all our socials, all designed to connect your brand with engaged listeners who support local. Now, please email betweenshiftspod@gmail.com for any inquiries. Thank you. So I know starting any new business, it's hard to establish yourself, get your name out there. Was it hard breaking into the farming community, or did you already have ties to it? And how was it making a name for yourself and getting it out there?
I don't know. I feel like we were so excited to just start the business and we knew we could do it, that, we just went off sheer our, personalities, and, we have close ties to the community. I definitely feel that. So it took us a while to figure out what we were going to call ourselves. And Matt was like, we should just do Sims Organics. And I was like, all right. And I'm so glad we did, because the number of people on the coast side that use Sims Plumbing, like all our customers would come and be like, are you related to the plumber?
Yeah.
And so it was really good starting out. I feel like that did help us.
Yeah.
Like if you recognize the name, even if it's a different line of business, it's helpful.
So you just piggybacked off of their advertising?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
And now, when Steve's mostly retired, but he would say that he'd go out and do like estimates, and people would be like, oh, are you Sims like the farmers? So that made us feel good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And how was that initial, like starting the company with your partner? How was it managing the company versus your guys' relationship outside of work? Was it kind of hard to create boundaries with that, or?
Not really. We're both super hard workers. No. I mean, this farm is everything. It still is everything. Mm-hmm. Like everything's so intertwined, you can't really help it.
Yeah.
And we're working all the time, even if we're not working, sort of. So it wasn't hard.
Nice.
Yeah.
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 You guys both love to do it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, you're involved in so many creative outlets, from canning to wreaths, even events. What part of that process brings you the most joy or sense of accomplishment?
I love creating. I feel like I don't know. I really forgot that you're in the corporate world. I describe it as being a hamster on a wheel. Like you're always trying to get to the next thing and make more money, and I had fun, but I was not very creative. And so all of those things that you mentioned have really allowed me to be creative. And when I started canning, I kind of feel like Matt probably told me to do it or something. It wasn't something I necessarily feel like I thought of, but it was super helpful.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry,
okay.
I'm grabbing some of your stuff.
Okay. And so it's just nice to create. I make jams, tomato products, all sorts of things, and it's cool. Yes, it's really good. Sorry. And a lullaberry jam. I brought my two favorites, and maybe our top sellers. I know a lullaberry is our top seller.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's just great to use our product. We minimize waste and then be able to create things. It's cool. I love it. And I love, people will offer to help me in the kitchen. And at some point I will probably take someone up on it. I have not yet, but it's my zen. Like I like just being in a groove and doing my thing. And at the end of the night or evening, I have 100 jars of jam on the counter.
Yeah.
It's like a sense of accomplishment.
Well, that's like, I'll work on my friends' bikes and they're like, what can I do to help? And I'm like, honestly, just kind of sit there and talk.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you do this stuff in the trailer, or do you guys have a commercial kitchen?
We go to a commercial kitchen in Pescadero. I started with a cottage food permit so that you can do things at home, but it's limited. It's limited on how much money you can make doing it, and it's also limited on what you can make.
They limit the amount of money you can make? That's
like
so strange.
It's like $50,000. So it's not, it's not super low.
But if it's a huge side of your business,
it could be.
That's kind of crucial. Yeah.
And so this year I got a processed food PFR, processed food registration permit through the state, through the California Department of Public Health. And so I have to make everything in a commercial kitchen, but it expands the lineup that we can do. And so I go to a commercial kitchen and make also. So we do a lullaberry jam, Bloody Mary mix, crushed tomatoes, tomato jam, dill pickles, spicy dill pickles.
What's funny, it's like you knew, because we were talking about it, but Claire volunteered on the farm for a little bit.
Yeah.
And her favorite thing is Bloody Marys.
Oh, that's
so she's
awesome.
gonna love this.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
What's your favorite of the canned goods to make?
I feel Lullaberry jam, I feel like is my favorite. Like it is 4 hours and I know I can make 100 jars and it's just like.
It smells good
easy.
the whole time.
Yes. And it's, I'd only do it in season. So I don't can all year unless I freeze stuff, which I do sometimes. And so I don't know, I haven't made this in a year. And so I've made a couple batches now and I forget how good it is. Lullaberries are so good. It's like a tart blackberry.
Look at that. And ingredients too. Yeah. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Take a good look at that.
And is that
simple?
Yeah.
Is that a Lullaberries from your guys' farm or
Yes.
from? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
3 ingredients.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we didn't get any blackberries this year, but we have blackberries. So I'll make blackberry jam as well.
Do you guys have problems with deer and stuff? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so when we put in that big hedgerow, we were going to try and repair the fence, but the fence was really dilapidated. So we pulled 700 feet of fence out and we haven't put it back. So the deer
they made their way in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're going to get it done in the winter and then it'll be easier.
Have you seen that new style of fence that it's just a normal fence, but then at the top you screw these bits on that they come up on each end and it runs all the way on top of it and it spins on top. So like if something's trying to jump out, it hits a literal like wheel and it just boom falls back down.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
For that.
You could make one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like your native plant fence that you guys essentially put in, you got a bunch of small like rodents using that, and then that brings in more coyotes. Those scare off the deer. It could work out.
It could.
Coyote spring.
We have a mountain lion that comes through.
Yeah.
Have you had any run-ins with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary run-ins?
One, yes.
Yeah.
I had 4 cats. I'm down to 1.
Oh.
We're on a farm. It was very devastating for me at the time, but the first run-in I had, it's fun. There's been 2 run-ins since I've lived there and been there a couple years. Yeah. And up until that point, I'd never seen a mountain lion living here my whole life. I did see the tail of one go across the road when I was, in my 20s or something. But I was making dinner and heard something outside, and I knew I thought it was the cats. And I heard something really big hit. I have a cabinet outside next to my trailer, like all the knobs and stuff jiggled, and I went to go outside and I was like, I don't know, something says don't. And so I grabbed my flashlight and I looked out the opposite side, and he was like 20 feet away with my cat in its mouth. And he it's so fascinating to me because I know that they're top of the food chain and I know they're out there, like I grew up here and they are.
Yeah.
I was inside and I was like, what the fuck? Like your prey, like being inside, it was very like, it was awful. I was like, oh, I didn't go outside after dark for like months.
Yeah.
And if I did, I was like super loud and light and yeah.
That's where I remember the first mountain lion that I saw. It was a trail that I loved riding my mountain bike, and I just remember at one point I can't remember what the organization is called, but they set up trail cams in open space to track mountain lions. Mm-hmm. And I saw one of those cameras there and I was like, oh, that's super cool. And I would always see that camera when I would ride by. And then sure enough, like, I don't know, after riding that trail a lot for a couple months, I was like looking at my bike at the top of the trail, and then I look up essentially where that camera is set up, and I just see the mountain lion like full stock mode, like shoulder, head low. And I was like, okay. And I was like, oh, that camera's there for a reason. They do come by here.
Yeah. My second run-in was I had gotten up in the middle of the night to use the restroom and was just falling back to sleep, and I heard a god-awful sound outside.
And that screech is terrifying.
Oh, and it was that and the combination of the deer it got. and literally it was like 10 feet away from my front door.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you have a bunch of plants out in front of your house? Is that why the deer kind of are in there that close to them?
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff everywhere for them to eat. So yeah. And they're not usually that close, but that night they were.
Do you ever hear the little, the chirp that they make that kind of sounds like a bird?
Yep.
That's terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can get a degradation permit for them taking your cats.
Right. Maybe.
Livestock, I know you can get it to kill one.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
But that's like
your cats. I don't know if Fish and Game cares.
Sorry.
We live in El Granada, but growing up we always had 2 goats. And I've always heard the story was they would catch and release up on 92. And of course the lions would just kind of come over the mountain to try to get new territory, whatever. But one of them came and killed one of our goats, like right outside of my bedroom door. I didn't hear a thing. And then you look at it, we had the Deanies and Brian Dexter.
He's my cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
but they came over and they were like walking us through the kill. And you look at our goat and it's like one of the first strikes was just right on its throat. So it couldn't make a sound. And then it just took its claw and literally, it looked like somebody took a knife and just went right down the belly and like pulled everything out of it. It was crazy. But a dog barked. Our next door neighbor's dog started barking and the cat left. So then the next day, my dad was like looking into all that stuff, like permits in El Granada to like shoot something. And I was like, I don't know if you're going to get that. And he's like, well, maybe we can trap it and like blah, blah, blah. And then obviously it just never worked out like that. But what we did was we just set up cameras because, they always try to come back. We cleaned up the goat, but left all of the, I guess you'd just call it fur. It's just the hair of the goat on the ground. And sure enough, it came back at the next night and we got it on camera. We have like a 7-8 foot tall fence and it just right over it. And we're like, holy, and even that night I slept with my window open to see if I could hear it scratching over the fence. I didn't hear a thing. And then the next morning when we looked at the camera, I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of terrifying.
Seriously.
The crazy thing with the lions is that that organization that has a bunch of the cameras, they have like, it's like 200 and something mountain lions that they
track,
that they like are registered and like tracked. And, who knows how many more that aren't tracked. But we're talking about from like Montera Mountain to like Santa Cruz. One mountain lion is supposed to have 60 square miles of territory to themselves. And there's like over 200 registered like in that area, which is maybe 60 square miles.
And they're also kind of studying the behavioral habits with them right now because this is one of the only areas where they see them in packs now. Because you see like 2 or 3 mountain lions together rather than just one in its territory, which is super interesting. And then I was over at Aaron Barrett and Sarah's house, hanging out with them and Frost and Claire. But I was talking to Aaron. I was like, dude, I never see raccoons anymore. And he's like, they love to eat them. And I was like, I see a lot of deer still though, which is kind of surprising across the street.
They're fast.
Yeah. They can catch
Usually.
Yeah. Were there any difficult transition times for the business during your separation from Matt and just keeping the farm going?
Yeah, I mean, we were in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like if we weren't in the pandemic, I might have just packed up and left. I didn't have a job to go back to at that moment because everything was shut down. And I think that was a blessing because I really had to sit with it and just figure out like if this is really what I wanted to do. It's what we started doing, but now I can see clearly that it's what I'm meant to be doing.
Yeah.
But at that moment I didn't. And so, it took a while.
Definitely.
We cohabitated for about a year and then I moved to the property next door. And so, we've had ups and downs, but we get along so much better now. It's amazing. It's unusual.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like that for people to get separated and then have to continue to run a business together, that's normally the stories you hear about that don't end well. But for you guys, it seems to be doing really well.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
Yeah. It's really great. We're both really grateful for that.
Yeah. And then kind of a side note, but How many volunteers do you guys normally have working on the farm?
So we have 2 employees that are not seasonal, but kind of. They're part-time, full-time, just depends on where we are in the season, how much they work. And then it just depends. This year we've had 1 or 2 volunteers that are pretty steady, like that'll come on Fridays to help us harvest, but not a whole lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if somebody's interested in that process of helping you guys out, volunteering, or even looking for some sort of role with you guys that might be paid, how can they go about finding you and getting a hold of you?
They could message me through Instagram on there. That's kind of easy. Or on our website. I think my email's listed on there. You could email me.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a great farm to get in with, guys.
I love it.
I know Claire really enjoyed her time
Yeah.
helping you guys out. So.
I feel like she did it when she was in high school, maybe for like senior.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was. Yeah, it might have been senior
Like,
year. Yeah.
Is it called community service? Whatever you have to do to graduate or whatever.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
For some
Or a
reason, I thought
friend. I don't
yeah.
remember.
For some reason, I thought it might have been in college, but I think you're right because we went to Cal Poly, so there's no reason that she would have been traveling up here to go volunteer. But after she volunteered on your guys' farm, she worked at. Have you heard of City Farm Slow in San Luis Obispo?
No.
It's technically it's owned by the city, obviously, but it's a really cool farm. If you're ever down there and you get a chance, you should check it out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
just kind of in the middle of everything, but it's this nice like couple acres of farm that are just managed by Cal Poly students. They have like high schoolers come out and learn farming. It's really cool. Like it'd be something cool for Half Moon Bay to do with how heavily farming affects our community. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'll have to look it up.
And now that you're a number of years into the business, what are the hardest and most rewarding aspects to what you do?
So I would say the hardest, this is going to sound crazy, but we lose money 7 months out of the year and we make money 5 months. Like our summer months are peak.
Yeah.
And so whatever we make, we have to make last. And that's been a real like figuring it out because you still have bills every month. So you got to make sure you got money set aside for everything. And I'd say to me, that's the most challenging, like just making sure we're good and we can make it through winter and back into spring. Yeah. Most rewarding is feeding the community. Yeah. Like it's been so, I don't know, even when we started, I wasn't like this grounded in it. And now I'm like, I love feeding our community. I love everyone should know where the food comes from.
Yeah.
And we have so many farms here.
Yeah.
You know, like the Juicies, the Musies, the organic farms in Pescadero, Blue House, Fifth Crow, Root Down Does Meat, Pomponio, Markey Guard. Like there's so much right here. Yeah. Like it's really cool.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Have you watched the documentary on Netflix, Kiss the Ground?
I haven't.
Oh, the Markey Guards are in it.
It's
really cool.
I feel like a customer told me about it, but I have not watched it yet. Yeah.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
This is kind of random, but are you vegetarian?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I've changed my diet. I pretty much do chicken and fish and turkey.
Yeah.
I've cut out red meat for a little bit for health reasons, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also kind of back to your point about how much you love feeding the community, like your personality at the farmers markets you're just perfect. It's so fun. Like everybody loves going to your booth. I remember my mom's like, we got to go buy Sims.
That's so
we got to go see Jen.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah. It was really awesome.
The markets are one of my most happy places is being in the greenhouse seeding, but then my second is being at market.
Yeah.
Like Matt and I do all the markets. Mm-hmm. We sometimes we'll have a helper if we're super busy, but we're the face of our business, and it's really important to us that we're there. Mm-hmm. And part of that is getting to interact with customers and getting to know. I have customers that I've known all 9 years that I know by first name, and I've watched their kids grow up, which is so fascinating to me. And so it's really cool.
And now the markets, they're every Saturday, right?
Yeah. So Half Moon Bay is April through December, the first Saturday in April till the Saturday before Christmas, every Saturday except Pumpkin Festival. And then,
Yeah. Nice. What other markets do you guys go to?
So we do 2 on Sundays. I do one at Stonestown off 19th Avenue in the city. Like in the mall. Yeah. And then Matt does one in the city called Outer Sunset.
Nice.
On 37th in Pacheco.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite farmers market meal that you don't sell?
Oh, like something to get. While
Yeah, something to get from the other vendors, whether it's here or Stonestown or something like that.
Interesting. Okay, so here I rarely make it out of the booth. But all our vendors are good. Usually I'll get like a pastry or something from Rosalind Bakery. They're in Pacifica. You
Can't beat it.
Yeah. Matt is the owner is great.
Yeah.
And all this stuff is amazing. At Stonestown, there is my neighbor vendor, Duncan, sells avocados, and he's this great kid guy. He's a little younger than me, but we're like brother and sister. So he usually goes and gets me lunch. And lately there's I think it's called Lion King Bake. And so it's like a bowl with rice, teriyaki chicken, and a little salad. And it's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just, I love the empanada
Yep.
booth
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I work Saturdays.
Yep.
And so on Saturdays, it's super convenient to go grab lunch down there.
Nice.
And I always make a point to go like 12:45, like right before it closes. And I'm a regular.
Yep.
And
I love it.
And so,
Ideal.
yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, they're normally, I don't know, really expensive.
Yep.
And I'm like, take a couple bucks off. I'll buy the rest of them.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of market deals are great.
Yeah.
We also like not barter, but trade and stuff at the market with other vendors. And that's really nice.
Oh, so for a brief time in college, I worked for Firestone Walker, the brewery down there. But when we were working events, they told us, our bosses did, they're like, you guys are more than welcome to barter with other booths and do what you want, but we get a little bit of what you get. So we'd like barter with other just brewers and get a couple like IPAs or something cool. At the end of the event, they're always kind of giving stuff away. And my boss would always get so happy. She'd be like, "What'd you guys get?" And we'd tell her, and she'd be like, "Okay, I get one." Well, on top of farming, that's already a huge commitment, but you've recently joined is it Half Moon Bay Beautification Committee?
Yes.
Okay. And did you dip your toes in anything else? And what is that like?
So, so we used to do a farmer's market in Pescadero, and I ran that.
Yeah.
Puente ran it before I did, and then I took it over when they stopped doing it. So I've done that. I don't know, here and there I volunteered. With Pumpkin Festival, I've volunteered the last 3 or 4 years, helping someone on the beautification committee, but just in a minor role.
Yeah.
And so that person left, and they asked me to join.
Yeah.
And so I did. So nothing this big.
And but it's kind of in line with when you were working at Freeman.
Yes, totally. Yeah. And I just have I don't want to say a little part, but we all do our little piece of it.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
It's obviously, I've only been on there a couple months.
Yeah. Well,
and this will be my first.
Is there something that you had your hand in for this pumpkin festival that you're excited about?
So all 4 years that I've volunteered, I've helped with IT support and the iPads for all the beer booths and the merch booth, pie booths. And so that's now my role.
Okay.
And so I do that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it is cool. It's such a big fundraiser for the Coastside, so it's kind of cool. All the beer booths are, fundraising for a local nonprofit, and it's cool. Yeah, and I feel like I'm good at that. I'm good at being organized, and yeah.
And were you? I don't even know. Was the beautification committee involved with the CEF cornhole tournament?
I don't think no. They do the old-fashioned 4th of July parade.
Yeah.
And the pumpkin festival.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then they do stuff on Main Street, keeping up the plants and that kind of thing. But
what's the? I can't remember what day of the week it is, but it's like a little art thing over there by the old, by the Half Moon Bay Review building.
Oh, make it no.
I always see it set up, but I just don't know what it is.
So, one of the girls that helps run the farmer's market, I should know what the name of it is, but I feel like it's first whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know what day of the week it is.
Yeah. That's cool.
And so it's local artists.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about it,
That's
but
really cool.
Yeah.
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 I always see it. I'm like, I should go by and check it out. And then I
Yeah.
never have time to
Yeah,
just
right.
check it out.
Yeah. I'm never in town when it's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you mentioned farm to table dinners in your bio.
Yep.
How often do you do them? And is that something you hope to do more of? What do you hope people's experiences are with those?
So we have not done one.
Okay.
We have talked for 9 years that we wanted to.
Okay.
And so our plan is we're going to do our first one in January. What happens is we get so busy during the season and then it falls to the back burner.
Yep.
So our goal is we're going to do our first one in January. We haven't posted about it yet, but it'll be on our website at some point. We're going to do it hopefully either at the Native Sons Hall or the IDS Hall in Pescadero.
Awesome.
And probably start small. Winter is our slow time. And so it's 2-part. One part is it's easier for us to focus on it so that we can make it a little more high quality, what we really want it to be. The other part is we're slow. And so we don't have as much income. So it would be nice to have it be a little income.
Yeah.
We originally thought like maybe we have lots of ideas about it, but maybe we do it a couple times a year, quarterly.
Yeah.
We do get busy though. So then we thought, well, maybe we could do it like January, February, March, April. So we're kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
And we kind of want to do our first one and see what the feedback is.
Definitely.
It's farm to table. If we're not growing everything, we would source it locally or farmers market locally because we have a lot of vendors and stuff.
Like if somebody can't go without meat at their dinner, then like you could get some market guard or something.
Yeah. And so we'll figure that piece out. And Matt has been calling it like eat like a farmer, like, eat seasonally, like, So yeah,
that's really cool. You should definitely shoot me a text when you have a date for that.
Okay.
Because this episode will be coming out sometime in January. So it might be perfect timing for a little bit of advertising for that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I was very, very fortunate with my family that has their homestead. Like when I was just visiting up there this last week, pretty much all I ate besides some food that I brought up was my cousin was just making ground bear, either mixed with the pork fat from their pigs or beef fat from their cows. And so it's either like ground bear patties with hash browns from the potatoes that they grow. And it was just like, and it's, it's nothing fancy, but it tastes good and it all comes from right there, and it's something so beautiful about that.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah.
We're excited about it.
Yeah. And how much is there any stress making sure you have enough of a harvest to make it all the way like farmers markets throughout the season, or are you guys kind of harvesting throughout it and just kind of?
I don't know about stress, but they're definitely, we're dependent on Mother Nature. So some things we plant once a year and we might not, like winter squash, we plant once a year and we just harvest everything and store it and we're able to take it to market as we go. Peppers we plant once a year but we get, we can harvest from them for a while. There's other stuff where like lettuce is one of our big sellers. I seed it every 3 weeks. We plant it every 3 to 6 weeks, depending on the schedule. Once it's in the ground, we harvest from it for 3 weeks before we move on to the next patch. And so some of it's weather dependent. Over the years, we've dialed it in. It's not perfect. This year, it's been unseasonably cool. So we got virtually no cucumbers. We planted 3 rounds and they just really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I used to worry a lot about it. Like, oh my God, we don't have it this week. Because part of it is consistency.
Yeah.
People want to know that they can come every week and get whatever it is. Like recently we had a little gap in our lettuce planting just because of the weather. And I've just learned to be really comfortable with it. It's Mother Nature and you can't rush it. And
especially like people that appreciate what you guys are growing is because it's locally and because you guys do it so well. So if you're not like, if a product or if something isn't there at a farmer's market, like people should be able to appreciate the fact that you're not pushing for it to be there. Like you're trying to do it in the correct way, the way that meets your standards to your product.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite crop to grow? And what is your least favorite task on the farm?
Favorite crop is tomatoes.
Okay.
Because they're our biggest moneymaker.
Okay.
Like, we wait all summer or all year for them to be ready. We plant them usually, I seed them probably the first week of February, and they go in the ground the beginning of April. And we don't start harvesting till at least July. This year it was August. We grow a couple varieties of cherry tomatoes. We grow 15 varieties of heirlooms. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen our booth during the summer, but it's a rainbow of color. Like, it's so cool.
That's awesome.
And I don't know, don't ever buy tomatoes at the grocery store. They taste like nothing. Like, eating them in the summer, they're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, it's really, they're my favorite.
And then your least favorite thing to do on the farm?
Weeding.
Yeah.
Because I'm not efficient. Like, it takes me forever. Like, I'm not built for weeding. And so it's constant.
Yeah.
Like, you weed, and I swear it's like you turn around and they're growing already.
And that's like, I drive by Cabrillo Farms to come to work every day, and I see, at a certain age of the Brussels sprouts, when they're probably in there for like a month or two, all the guys start going through the lines and weeding.
Yep.
Like, and it's almost every day for like a long time that I see them out there weeding, and it's like, it's such a massive farm, and like, that's such a huge job. And it's like, you can't just take a tractor through there and do the job for you. Like, it's tedious.
And we grow so many different things that there's always something that we don't get to weeding. And like our peppers this year, the pepper plants are here and the weeds are here. We're still harvesting them, but it just makes it so much harder to harvest. And
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you've mentioned ideas like the farm to table dinners. You've even mentioned merch. I don't think we've talked about that, but you guys are thinking about doing merchandise for the farm. Even a cookbook. That's exciting. That would be super cool.
Yeah. I've thought about it for a while. Yeah.
But when you imagine the next chapter for the farm, what does that look like for you?
I feel like, so we used to do 5 farmers markets a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. This is the first year where we scaled back, and we didn't do our 2 weekday markets, mainly because they closed.
Was that like the Pacifica Wednesday one?
No, it was Pescadero.
Okay.
And then we had started not me, but another kid, Liam, had started a market in La Honda. Okay. Nice. But just not enough support. It was okay. It was not bad. And we're so grateful for all the people that supported it, but it's a lot of effort. It's a whole day, like off the farm, loading a truck, unloading, all the things. And I would do 4 of the 5 markets. Yeah. And so not having it that this year has been really great because I've been able to like can and get momentum during the week. So anyways, all of that being said, I feel like we're constantly adapting and figuring out. We're not old by any means, and we're still doing really good.
Not at all.
But like figuring that out, like not when we were doing 5 markets a week, it's a hustle. It's great, but it's such a hustle. And so figuring out how to be more efficient. Yeah. Like I'm kind of hopeful that maybe the farm to table dinners would like supplement a little of that. And that to me is something way easier and more social and
definitely,
And
do you guys have a farm stand at the farm?
We don't.
You don't?
No.
Is that something that you've thought about doing?
We would love to, but I don't know that we will. Our landlord's pretty quirky.
Oh, okay.
So and he's great. He's amazing, but it's too hard to have people coming in and out.
Yeah,
definitely.
Liabilities.
And we're not like right on the road, so you have to like drive in and But maybe someday.
Yeah.
Like
do a little honor system roadside booth.
Yeah. Totally. I would love to do that.
Yeah. Do you guys do anything with like you were saying that you obviously have to toss some produce. Mm-hmm. Do you do anything of like that on the, there's a program online where you can kind of still get rid of your stuff that you would toss in a box and sell it for a little bit cheaper on this website. I forget what it's called. But yeah.
We don't do that.
No.
But we will, so on Sunday markets, at least at my market, it's really great. There's people called the food runners, and they come around at the end of the market and they'll take anything that we don't want or can't sell. And it's great because a lot of the vendors use them. Because by Sunday, I don't know, at least for us, we don't have markets till the next weekend.
Yeah.
So that's really great because from what I understand, all the food goes to chefs that either cook for the homeless or people in need.
Yeah.
We used to have people that came here on Saturdays to collect, but that hasn't happened as much. I think partly because there's like so much food giveaway, like a lot of days during the week. So it's a little harder.
Yeah.
We do have 2 pigs on the property, so they eat really well.
Yeah.
We'll compost stuff or feed them. And we'll also make donations here and there. We haven't done it recently, but we used to do it pretty regularly for Table of Plenty.
Nice.
Yeah.
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 And do you guys do any shipment orders? Like, can people order anything online? And
Yeah. So, yes. So during the holidays, we do our jarred items for sure, typically for sure. But we also, I didn't think about this till just now. You can order online by Monday night, and we'll deliver food to you, produce to you on Wednesdays. We have an awesome box where you just get a mix of whatever we have available for the week. It's
killer.
like $30, or you can pick and choose what you want. It's sometimes kind of limited because we don't have a ton of extra. We're trying to sell most of it at the farmer's market.
Part of the fun.
Right. But yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah.
And that's been nice. We started that last winter, again, just to have a little bit of income. And it's been nice because we feel like we've gotten it dialed in. So hopefully going into this winter, it'll be a little busier.
Yeah.
So,
Is lettuce something you can do that year round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It grows a lot slower. So typically we plant, I don't know, 11 trays every 3 weeks. We're right now in the process of planting 22 because we're going to overwinter them.
Yeah.
And because they grow so slow, they hold well in the field. And so we can, rather than harvesting for 3 weeks, we can do a month or 6 weeks.
Unless the deer get them first.
Yes. So far, knock on wood, that's not an issue. Or the birds, which we cover for a little while to keep the birds off.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, if life ever slowed down and you weren't farming full time, running around farmers markets, what kind of projects or passions would you want to dive into?
One, I think like no brainer for me would just to continue to have a canning business, whether I grow small scale so I can make stuff or source things locally from the farmer's market. I really love doing that. I've also thought about the reason I originally got a license to can was because it's really hard to, I don't know, you used to, like when we did have our stuff made by a third party, we'd either have to drive it to Pie Ranch or all the way to, Watsonville to a place to have it canned. And so there's definitely a market for start having a commercial kitchen and canning for local farms.
Okay,
and
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not soon, but like that would be an option as well.
Yeah.
I'm also a little more creative now, and so like I make beaded earrings and the wreaths and different things. So I would totally. What's
the least farm related passion that you have?
Like I don't know. My beaded earrings. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I sew, so I make reusable bags, but that's kind of farm related, like farmer's market. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bummed I couldn't talk David into wearing overalls today. I did try.
All good.
But yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, especially this being the peak of your business time of year.
Yeah, no, I super appreciate you guys. I've listened to almost all the episodes. I really love it. It's so cool just to hear whether they're a business owner or not, like hearing people's stories from locals. It's really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you tell the people where to find you?
Yes. You can check us out on Instagram, Sims Organics with 2 M's, all lowercase. Our website, simsorganics.com. You can order, veggies to be delivered, and my contact info's on there if you want to reach out about anything. And I'm at Half Moon Bay Farmers Market on Saturdays, in the city on Sundays. And I will be at Pumpkin Festival all weekend, so say hello.
And keep your eye out for the farm to table dinners sometime in January.
Yes.
All right. Thank you again.
Oh my God. Thank you guys. This was so great.
All right. Welcome back. This is going to be the recap for Jen Sims. And very sweet lady. They make really great products. I really just enjoy a product that you can look at the ingredients label and see only 3 things and actually know what they are. No umbrella terms like natural flavoring.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome what they're doing there. And I mean, you can tell that she's insanely committed to what they do. She just gets so much joy from being able to produce food for people and have people eat the food that she makes. And I mean, that's what you want from, where you're getting your food.
Yeah.
And also just the fact that you can, anybody that lives here in town, if you have the ability to get your food from them, then you just know where it comes from, and it's close by. You can't beat that.
No, you can't. And that's kind of the testament to their farm too, is like she was talking about the struggles of not having something at the farmers markets that people are expecting. But at the same time, it's like people that are expecting that should respect the fact that they don't have it because it's not up to their standards of what they should sell.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot for a farm, especially that, like she's saying, they make money 5 months out of the year.
Yep.
And that's a big cut if they don't have something. So you really know that if they don't have something, it's for a good reason.
Yeah. And I think it's incredibly cool how, I don't know, I guess how kind of crazy her career was, where it just went from like nurseryman's exchange, just like office manager, like executive assistant, that type of role, and then into this whole world of like planning events and like organizing all of that. And then just screw that, I'm going to farm. Yeah. Which is such a crazy transition, but it's so cool because clearly it's working out.
Yeah. And it really is. It is pretty crazy. Especially like, I don't know, I feel like we had a good little talk halfway through her story where we were like, okay, I'm starting to see the tools that you picked up on to be able to run a modern day farm, whether that be with Excel spreadsheets or just like the management process of crops or the leadership that it takes to be able to wake up on your own time and go out to do something that you're telling yourself you have to do. Because that's a big aspect of that, is it's not like you're not waking up because if you're late to work, somebody's going to be on you. Like if you're late to work, nobody's going to say anything, but it's on you. And she had to make the leap from being in a job where if she showed up late, somebody was going to let her hear it. But now it's on her.
Well, and her talking about the taking like 3 years to decompress from the corporate lifestyle, which I can believe. I mean, it's for sure. You're so used to just wake up, work, get home, sleep, and then to transition into that, what she does now, drastically different. And just a really cool thing to be able to change your life around and start a passion like that. Yeah.
And it also helps that like both her and Matt have such great personalities, and you go to a farmer's market and their booth is always just so like busy but colorful, and everybody looks forward to going by there.
Yeah.
Wish we got you wearing fucking overalls, dude.
Gavin wanted to wear overalls because he knew that she would be wearing overalls, and so then we would all be wearing overalls. I don't have overalls. I said, no thanks.
But I asked Nico. Nico said you could. He even called me before the episode. He said, do you still need my overalls? And I was like, no, David doesn't want to. And he's like, man, David's a bitch. Just kidding. Just kidding. Anyways, that was Jen Sims. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And we'll catch you in 2 weeks. Later. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, we're brought to you by Bikeworks HMB, your one-stop shop for bike service, sales, and rentals in Half Moon Bay, California. Whether you're on the mountain, road, or low on battery, Bikeworks HMB has your back. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support this podcast, please feel free to reach out to us at betweenshiftspod@gmail.com. The link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. GT signing off.